Hello plant community, my name is Pam. If you're new, thank you for tuning into this channel. Today we're just talking about this beautiful plant that you see before you guys, and this is my Philodendron silver sword. Now if you've been watching my videos, I have talked about this in one of my earlier videos as far as how I care for this beautiful baby. But today's feature of what we're going to discuss is actually air layering. And I did this yesterday, and I just thought that it would be a good teachable moment to show you guys exactly what air layering is. And that's what it is that you see right here. It's more or less another form or method of propagating. As I had mentioned before or earlier in other videos, that sometimes all propagations you guys may not necessarily take. And doing it in this way is just one fail-proof way of, if it doesn't take, then it's okay because I never cut the plant. So what I did, as you can see, you guys, this plant has very strong, robust aerial roots. And it's aerial roots right here, but I have a leaf on top as well as this leaf that's trying to unfurl. And so I have actually a makeshift, I have some sphagnum moss that's moist. And it's wrapped in like, I used like a sandwich bag, you guys. And I just have it wrapped around using this Velcro tape. Now it's pretty secured. Now if you notice some white stuff right here, what I did do is I do have rooting hormone, so I just wanted to see and try to actually, I put the rooting hormone on the actual root system and I wrapped it around here. So, you know, we're probably not going to check this thing out for another about 2 weeks and see where we are. For me, everybody does not do this, I don't think, what I'm about to show you right here, but for me, I left a little opening right there, and that's just for me to more or less, if I'm not seeing any form of, if it's drying out, then I can easily just spritz in there, just to keep the spag moist. But hopefully it will take. I feel pretty good that it will be successful. Once roots, if the roots form, then I can feel confident to actually cut it, and then I could just put it right into my planting medium. So yes, I just wanted to bring you along this particular journey, and we'll see together how it works, whether or not if it's successful, and that way if I can create another plant. If that is successful, you guys, you let me know. Do you think I should cut it back a little bit more? Possibly 2 more leaves I can get out of here, maybe propagate right here, because these nodes, excuse me, or this root system looks like it's dying to grow out some, and then maybe down here as well. As you can see, as philodendrons tend to grow up, their root, the stems get so thick, you guys. So yes, I'm just bringing you along with this particular project here, and we can see the end results together. So let's come back and check in about 2 weeks and see where we're at with this thing. So guys, it's been about 4 weeks since I air layered my silver sword philodendron. So we're about to check this out. But I just want to share with you guys, because like I said before, this channel is about learning and growing together. And take a look, you guys. My lower leaves. I really don't know what's going on here because I haven't changed anything, and I inspected this plant for pests. I did not see any. So I don't know if that's just me overwatering it, or if that's just the natural course of how the lower leaves will tend to die off from time to time. But as you guys can see, it's still pretty full. I love this plant so much. I think at this point, because I'm seeing these leaves turn yellow, I'm gonna actually chop and prop a couple of these aerial roots or leaves. But yeah, one last look at the bottom. I'm gonna remove the bottom leaves, but then it's gonna become really leggy right here. So I don't know, you guys. I think I may actually just leave the 2 leaves, this leaf, and I may leave this one on here. I think I'm gonna cut the rest off, you guys, and just see what's going on. But let's just take a quick look here. It's kind of hard. This will be my first time actually looking at the root system with you guys as well. Like I said, I did this about four weeks ago. So this is what it looks like, you guys, since I took the wrap off of it. I use a sandwich bag to wrap it around. But as you can see, you guys, you see these crazy root system that is grown right here. All that good. This is roots, you guys. This right here. So like I said before, you know, air layering is just one way to ensure that, just in case, like, sometimes your propagations just aren't successful, but air layering is one way to ensure that if the propagation wasn't successful, you kind of didn't lose anything because you never initially cut off the plant, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna cut this, and then we can take and remove the spag so we can have a closer look at the roots. So yeah, I'll be right back. So here we go, guys. I was able to remove as much of the sphagnum moss as I could, but let's take a quick look. The roots are very strong and robust looking. To be honest with you guys, I know it's been like 4 weeks. I did not expect the root system to be this strong, which is a good thing. Nice and strong and long. So I'm confident enough where I'm actually going to plant this specimen in this plastic pot right here. But before I do that, where you see I made the cut is a little bit of bleed right there. I just want to give it a few minutes for it to callus over. So I'm just going to give it about 30 minutes. But while we're waiting for that, okay, that's where I made the cut right here. And you see these aerial roots. That's the only good part. One of the main things as far as philodendrons that I really like, or appreciate rather, is that their aerial roots is already starting kind of strong. So I'm just gonna cut a couple pieces. And you know, propagation is another way to ensure that your plant won't die, right? I mean, why do we propagate? I used my sanitary wipe. That's a little bit of sphagnum moss right here, but to clean my shears. So you always want to cut where you see the node. So this is the node, or more or less the growing point of your plant. And this right here, from this node to the node right here, the space right here, you guys would be the inner node. So I'm gonna cut a little bit between the inner node, and it's kind of thick, kind of hard for me to cut. Oh, and that one just fell. Let's see. So this is just one of the cuttings, as you can see. And I'm gonna cut a few more. I'm gonna cut, like, honestly, you guys, I want to cut 2 more leaves. This one right here, and then I'm gonna cut this. I think I'm gonna stop it all the way to this. I'm not gonna cut this leaf, because this leaf is the last, I guess, what I would consider really big leaf, and then the rest of them, they were long, but they weren't as wide. So I'm hoping that if I cut close to here, it will promote or create a growth pattern to come through here. It's either going to be below or above the node, and hopefully that new leaf will also unfurl and become as big as this leaf right here. Also, one more thing, you guys, that I wanted to share with you too. When I had, if y'all notice, when I put the sphagnum moss onto this, when I did the air layering, this leaf right here, was not unfurled yet. And so I was kind of waiting for it to actually unfurl and open up before I actually cut it. I didn't want to disrupt the energy that was going to this leaf. So, which is probably another reason why I waited till 4 weeks to actually unveil these roots with you guys. And I'm glad I did wait. Like I said, it's a beautiful specimen there. And yeah, so let me let you know how many pieces we're going to have all together. So you see, you guys, I did like 3 cuttings. 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to let it callus over a little bit. I'll give it about 30 minutes before I actually start to propagate these. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to propagate this in. And then I'm also going to plant this up in one of my clear pots. So yeah, so I'll see you in a little bit, guys, and I'll just show you. Okay, guys, so this is what the plant looks like after I did the numerous cuttings. While we're waiting for the cuttings to callus over, I decided to bring it out here. And I don't know, just for preventative measure, just in case the yellowing leaves was from a pest or something that I'm not able to see, I just sprayed it with some insecticidal soap. And I gave it a good spray with some water. And it's pretty much dried off now, so I'm going to bring it into the home. And yeah, and then we can get back to the cutting. So yeah, let's get back to the cuttings. Okay, guys, so we're back to the cuttings now. It's been well past 30 minutes, which is fine, because the longer you wait, the less likelihood that your cutting will have any type of infections or anything like that. So it's been, I say, about an hour since we've cut the leaves. So now, as you can see right here, I just went on and I had already just potted this one up. And I have in here, you guys, is I'm trying a different soil. For the most part, the soil that I usually use with all my houseplants has been Miracle-Gro. But I actually went to the store to get some more and they ran out, and I happened to see the black gold and I've heard some wonderful things about it. So I kind of wanted to try that. So I have just the black gold regular potting soil, and I have about a good 30% pumice in here. You could use perlite or orchid bark or whatever planting medium that you would use to give aeration to your plants. Remember, aeroids such as philodendrons love to be able to grip their roots onto something. It also gives that proper air circulation at the bottom. And I'm glad that I have it in here, you guys, so I can keep and monitor the actual root system. So the only thing that I need to do for this right here is just give it a good drink so that soil can settle. So yeah, you guys, I'm kind of just watering that. And let's see. Yeah, let it. Now these right here, my go-to, we did the air layering with this right here. But my go-to for these 3 cuttings, you guys, is just going to be basic water. My water for my aeroids, that's just the way to go when you want to do some form of a propagation. And this time I'm going to do something a little different. I've been doing it sparingly, and it's been successful with me. You don't necessarily have to do this because sometimes pumice can be a little bit expensive, but I'm using it because that's just the planting medium that I actually have available for me. So I'm actually going to propagate these babies in water and pumice. It really does add proper aeration to the roots and promote a healthy growth. You don't have to do this at all, you guys. Basic water will work. It's just something that I'm trying. I did it on one of my aeroids before, and I believe it did have some form of success. So I just want to experiment with these and just see where it goes. I'm gonna put all 3 actually in here. And let's see. And then maybe we can check these. Let's see. Make sure the roots. You want to make sure that those roots are definitely covered. So yeah, so in hindsight, I have this one that I cut, this one that we just potted up, and then these 3 growing. So this is my, I guess, my security method for trying to save your favorite plants. So yeah, we're gonna check back probably in about 4 weeks on this one, you guys, okay? Okay guys, so it's been an additional 4 weeks. So in total, it's been a total of 8 weeks since I've actually chopped and propagated this silver sword philodendron. And since the 8 weeks in total, we did the cuts here. This was the final cut. And if memory serves me correct, I was making a mention that a new growth was either going to come above the node or below the node, but the new growth actually came a little bit further below the node than I had expected, which is fine. As you can see right here, this is the new growth that's just busting out, and I'm going to have to move this moss pole over just so that I can give it room for it to shoot out a whole nother stem at this point and then potentially grow a leaf. So as you guys can see, the entire plant itself, even though it can't really fit in the frame, is doing well. So let's take a quick look here, the ones that I actually put in soil, you guys. The leaves are still hanging in there, no changes in the leaves, no dropping of leaves turning yellow. We do have this new growth that's slowly trying to, I guess, emerge or come out. Nothing has happened with it yet. But I have it in a very airy soil mix, and as you can see, it looks pretty well watered. So I know it's going to take time, and this is the one that had the very robust root system, so I don't have no problems, or I don't anticipate it not being a successful propagation. Then we're going to move over to this one, you guys. Remember, I had the 3 cuttings, and I propagated it in water and pumice. So yeah, we can check out the root system together. This will be my first time since I've put it in the actual propagation tank, so to speak, where we're going to be checking out the root system together. So let's... It came out kind of easy. Alright. Let's take a look. Okay, so you're not really seeing anything coming out from the actual, I guess the node, but there is that growing eye that bust literally out of this node, which is cool. So that means it's going to be another leaf eventually just emerging out from there. Since it really hasn't grown any roots, there's a little bit of, it's a little bit of root right here, but since it hasn't really grown any form of roots at all, I'm still going to keep this in the propagation tank. Let's take a look at leaf number 2 here, you guys. Leaf number 2 here, okay, it has a little bit of roots that then came out. It's very little. I say it's about 1 inch long, so, and that's the only one. Some of them have expanded, so to speak, and the good part about it, this one also has a growing eye, you guys, right here. Yeah, so eventually, same scenario, the leaf will emerge from this point, and we'll have 2 leaves hopefully off of this stem. But yeah, this is look like it's doing well, but I still wouldn't put it in soil yet, you guys, because I'm not confident about that root, and I really want more roots to emerge. And let's take a look at the final leaf. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, you guys, it looks like the same thing going on, which is good. I'm surprised. I'm glad to see that all 3 cuttings do have a growing eye, because that means that all 3 cuttings is going to have the actual, like a whole new leaf. And so this really could become 3 individual plants. So as you can see, it do have some roots growing, but it's about 1 inch long. I wouldn't feel comfortable with putting this in soil until it reached that 2 inch mark. And I think I would want to have more than just this one root just dangling out there. So yeah, so I'm just gonna put these back into the water pumice mix, and I'll just wait. I'll just allow the plants to do what they are known for doing, and yeah, and we'll just go from there. So y'all guys let me know if you like these kind of videos where we're showing growth in our plants and where we're taking chances and actually doing any form of propagations, okay? And as always, you guys, if you love foliage as much as I do and you love listening to planting things, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button for me. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I appreciate any support you guys can give me. Please enjoy your day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, guys, much love. And one last look at this beauty. Y'all have a good day.